Answer the question. Yes or no? Do you like cheese?
I don't eat cheese.
Mozzarella, Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano cheeses.
I don't eat cheese.
Well, what color is your cheese?
I don't eat it.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from, this beautiful world? Well, how'd you like that?
That was a good one.
It took a little time. But we got another Beer and Cheese Tuesday for you, as always, and I got a great panel here, as always, again. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Bumpy Road Brewery, East Coast Elky Reviews, and B-Man here. All right, and we have a link out in the back, so if anyone wants to join us, hit that link and come on in. You got the 6, you gotta have this, though. You gotta have this. You gotta have a big old long list of fucking pictures to go through. You gotta have those 6 beers, one of those, and then any cheese. So bring it on. All right, and cheers to the chat. We had Paul in here, Middle Fruit, and Robin. Cheers to you guys, and cheers to everyone else that comes on up. And Cheryl just popped in. Cheers to you. All right, let's go ahead and start with Miscellaneous and get him up here and show our beer and cheese.
All right. So I'm gonna start with the cheese. Show you guys first. This is the Marco Polo cheese. I brought this before from Features. Is that what you got?
No, that's what Telly ate last week.
Oh,
Yeah. So a little bit more specific because they really don't say too much on here. Blending creamy cheese with lightly milled green and black peppercorns. God damn it, the label's right there. Something buttery notes. It's supposed to be nutty. Show you the cheese. Here's the block of cheese with all the peppercorns, the green and the black. I don't know how I feel. I think this is the second time I've had this cheese, and I don't think I liked it last time I had it, but I don't know. We're going to find out. It's been a while. There's only so much cheese out there on the market.
you're so right.
My dogs loved it.
So, I got something here, local brewery, Walking Tree Brewery, or brewing. Yeah, no, Walking Tree Brewery. They're out of Vero Beach, Florida. This is their Treasure Kolsch. It's called Treasure Kolsch because Vero Beach is on the Treasure Coast. So, yeah. Little pun there for them. I have no idea what the ABV on this is. 5.5%. Can date. I don't know. That's probably 11/11/21. So been in the can for a bit. It's been a long time since I had a Kolsch, to be honest with you. And I've been looking at this, and it's a little spendy for 5.5% beer for a 4-pack. I will say that. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Looks like your typical adjunct lager. Very tight knit head though, frothy, creamy. About 1.5, 2 fingers. Oh yeah, just a little side note there. It does say on the can. Oh come on, Logitech, you fucking suck. It says melons right there. Melon.
There we go.
Citrus melon. Ready? Took my finger to do the whole finger.
Melon, nice. That sounds good.
So we'll see.
Cool.
For all you melon lovers out there. I like
Awesome. I love melon too. Well, thanks, Miscellaneous. Right on. Let's move on. Let's move on to Bumpy. All right. Bumpy Road Brewery.
All right. So I'll show you what my cheese looks like first, and I'll show you what it is. My cheese looks like this. Can you guess what kind of cheese it is?
Oh, so many options.
Mm.
Not Swiss.
I don't know.
Hope you don't eat
It is Gold Bellavitano
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
from this is from Sartori Cheesery or whatever the hell they're called. And it says a Sartori family original. This rich, creamy cheese with its nutty, fruity flavor is also, in all modesty, a gold medal winner. So it is a gold medal winner. This is a reserve as well. It does have a lot of like kind of caramels and nutty sweetness just from taking it out of the package. The beer that I'm bringing tonight is this giant bottle of champagne. No, it's called LRV. It's a 3-year blended Geuze. This is from Liquid Riot Bottling Company out of Portland, Maine. LRV stands for Liquid Riot Vessel. And it's a 6% Geuze. On the back, basically, it just tells you what the LRV stands for. Basically, it's their own cool ship that they have. They put it out in the wintertime, and they make these Geuze style wild fermented ales. And it says, skip down to the bottom because there's a lot of wordage. We believe it is the only oceanside cool ship vessel around, following the steps of traditionally blended Geuze. To make our 3-year blend, we blend beers that have been spontaneously fermented and aged in oak barrels for 1, 2, and 3 years. So it's a
Nice, man.
bottle opener. Oh, there's zero hiss to this. Oh, there's a cork. Oh, are you kidding me?
Hi.
I can actually see it too, huh?
I have to go find a corkscrew. So come back to me. I'll pour it afterwards because I don't.
All right, man.
I was not
Okay.
ready for that. I should have looked in the bottle. You can see it in the bottle.
You don't have a
My-
there's
my
certain,
blind.
there's certain things you can do to get that out.
No problem,
Yeah.
Bumpy. Right on.
I'll get a corkscrew.
Cool.
Cheers, Bumpy.
All right. Cheers. Yeah, let's get to Tanner. We'll bring Bumpy back up for the pour.
All right, so the cheese I got a Cabot Monterey Jack cheese. It says an impeccably mild, mellow cheese with a subtle, nutty flavor. It says no artificial growth hormone, naturally lactose free. Anything else on this package? 110 calories per ounce. Ingredients: fresh pasteurized milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, contains no animal rennet, contains 0 grams of lactose per serving, keep refrigerated. So this is what it looks like. Cut up some slices already. So it looks pretty good. And then the beer I'm going to be pairing it with. So I got a beer by Proclamation Ale Company. This is a Double New England IPA. It's kind of hard to read, but it's KDA is what it's called. It's Kill Death Assist, which is like a video game term. And it's like Kill Death Assist ratio. And it's 8.8% alcohol by volume. It's Proclamation Ale Company out of Warwick, Rhode Island. If you want to check them out, you go to proclamationale.com. Unfiltered may contain sediment. And then on the Proclamation Ale website, it says notes with Citra, Eldorado, and Azacca hops. Notes of bright citrus, lime, pineapple with a slight pithy/grassy finish. The availability is sporadic. So I'm going to pour this up. Got my Trillium glass here. And we'll check out the appearance of this one. I believe Bumpy said that he's had this one before. And apparently Proclamation makes a lot of different stuff because I've looked at their R beers. If you go to the website and you look at their R beers, they bring back a lot of beers. And it's like almost, I would say almost every other day, every 2 or 3 days, they add something. They're putting up stuff that they brewed before, new brews, collaboration brews. So if you like a spontaneous beer company that just constantly pumps out different stuff, brings back new beers, Proclamation is great for that. So I will give them that. You can already tell, nice hazy golden orange color,
Good looking any.
frothy 2-finger head, nice and sudsy, nice and hazy. And excited to try this. I am a really big fan of Proclamation's Double New England. So,
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Looks great. Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
man.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Let's get Bumpy back up here for the pour.
I got it. Oh yeah, the head.
cool.
It stopped. Okay. Yeah, so nice, tight, white bubbled head. Not sure how long that head's gonna last since these things are pretty tart usually. Lots of carbonation. It is kind of an unfiltered gold colored brew. So yeah, looks great, and just tons of carbonation just flowing up through there.
Excellent.
And it has a lot of aromatics when I pop that cap out of there. The
Puffy head. Looks pillowy. You can sleep on it. Okay, it looks nice.
yeah, cheers.
Cheers, man. All right. Cool. Man, I'm red today. I look pink. Okay, so go with the cheese. So I got a Fontina, and it's from Belgioso or something like that. All natural cheese, smooth, buttery texture, melts perfect, beautifully. Where's the camera? Yeah.
Like Fontina. It's a better alternative to Swiss.
Oh,
Way
okay.
better alternative.
I don't believe I've had this at all, to be honest. This
My wife uses Fontina to make her Italian baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh, okay.
Nice, creamy, delicious.
It smells good and subtle. It's real nice. Yeah, Denmark, Wisconsin is where these guys are from. $5.49 for the package. Let me show you the cheese. That's that. I'll get into that when we review. And then hopefully the ants don't grab my cheese before me. So I've got one from Cellar Maker Brewing Company. These guys are out of San Francisco, California. It's called the Midnight Silk. It's a black lager. Falls in line definitely, I would imagine, with the Schwarzbier, as they are considered dark lagers, black lagers. 5% ABV, and it was canned 1/10/22. Right. Nice chocolate color to it.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks
I
nice.
drink that.
Smells chocolatey and espresso-y, and yeah, nice. So poured about a 2.5, my 2.5 fingers, and dark opaque beer, can't see through it, dark chocolate, and has some nice splendid flavors. Hopefully this will go together. I did research it with the Fontina and this. There was also, you could also do I think a sharp cheddar would also work, they said, or something like a real pointy cheddar. So we'll see how the Fontina works. But all right, so let's get back to Miscellaneous and bring him up for his review.
All right. So yeah, I've nibbled on the cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. So yeah, green and black peppercorns. On the nose, it's got like this sweet, earthy, nutty. Doesn't smell like it's got a lot of salinity to it. I mean, not really too much going on. Like I said, I was picking up a little bit of like some fruity esters out of that. What kind of fruit? God, I couldn't tell you. Saved my life, but it's there. Very interesting. Pretty dry cheese, even though, well, I guess it's been out for a minute, but it does break its sections off. Yeah, let's go and taste the cheese. It's pretty good. And I'm not a big fan of the green peppercorns. They said they use mild green peppercorns. I can dig it. This cheese isn't that bad. I don't know if you've ever had like opened a can of like green peppercorns. It smells like fucking pine saw.
Oh,
yeah, it's very potent stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right on, Jesus.
And there is copious amounts of pepper in there.
Yeah, there is.
And they're not just little. It's not ground all the way. There's chunks of peppercorns in there. Mild, tangy, slightly zingy. It's got a bit of texture to it. It's a little crunchy, hitting on them peppercorns. It brings a little heat. I'm not gonna say it's spicy, but definitely peppery. I noticed as I was having it, if you hit some of those bigger, like half kernels of peppercorn, it might numb you up a little bit, tip of the tongue. Other than that, it's very good. Like I said, bring a little heat. It's creamy, tangy, zingy. And it's hitting in all the right areas for me. I've got no complaints.
Excellent.
I bet this would be good on like a burger or something. But very good for like a charcuterie board. Definitely would recommend trying that out. And Bumpy needs to start putting his cheese in the fridge before he walks away. You would experience it's good. I would get it again. I would tell you that you should probably pick this up again. It's pretty good. Might give you heartburn. I don't know. As for the Treasure Kolsch from Walking Tree on the nose, definitely bready up front, doughy, and it's got a sweet like a honey wheat type of nose on it. I don't get too much citrus. Melons, yes. Kind of got a cantaloupe type of thing. It's very mild. You'd have to be looking for it to find it. It does have a little bit of like a honey like sweetness on the nose as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely got a slight haze to it. Definitely wouldn't call it brilliant, but it is. It's close. Almost completely clear. Still got a little ring ahead. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Smells great. It's been a long time since I had a Kolsch. It's a little more hoppier than I remember having going down the Kolsch road. All right, so definitely light-bodied. Carbonation's kind of low. I was expecting a little bit more, like towards the medium side. You know, give it that crisp, like you get that sensation on the tongue. A little bit of a watery mouthfeel. I can understand that. It's not that these beers aren't meant to be these big, hefty, full-bodied product, but yeah, slight malty sweet, bready, all the way through and through. And it's a light, very, very moderate bitterness. And it's definitely come from some hop. It's definitely come from the hops. Slightly earthy, grassy undertones on the finish, but not like wet hay or anything like that. It's not funky. Nice, just earthy grassiness to it. It's pretty balanced. It's not bad. I would definitely say this is more on the compared to some of the Kolsch's I've had. And you know, I don't talk a lot really well about clown shoes, but mango Kolsch is good. One of my favorite ones. Yeah, I don't mind the hoppiness on the end. It's just a little different, something to get used to. I've had Kolsch's from over the pond, which definitely different than this. Not bad. Very, very good. It's crushable. It's drinkable. It's got a little balance to it. So let's go ahead. I mean, this cheese, that peppercorn thing, it's quite strong. So see how it goes. It's a light beer, so it might do all right with this. I'm gonna go beer before cheese this time.
Cheersers.
Cheers.
Jesus.
The beer just beer before cheese. It just kind of accentuates the peppercorn flavor a little more and nullifies any kind of that slight heat that you're getting from crunching on them on the peppercorns. wouldn't say they don't go together. They kind of they kind of bounce off each other. It comes to that. So yeah, let's have some cheese and then some beer. I'm sure we'll have a little bit different effect from that. The cheese is good. I was super disappointed when I saw what it was in. Like, I hate peppercorn. It elevates the beer, brings out a little bit more of those caramel flavors. Kind of cuts down on that slightly bitter, earthy finish, which I don't mind because it actually works good with the peppercorns. Because chomping on peppercorns it ain't sweet. I'll tell you that. You do get the little bitter kick off of it. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm gonna have to sit while you guys do some your guys' reviews, and I'm gonna get a better thought on this. It's not bad, but does it work? That's what I gotta find out. So I need a little time, and I'll get back with you here shortly.
Excellent. Nice, man. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Cool.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
He's here finally.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, it's good to see Couch Cat make an appearance.
Every time. Got groupies.
All right.
All right. So we're going to start with the beer. I'm going to do my best because I have been munching on the cheese and drinking the beer. There's something that I've noticed. So beer first. It's still actually maintaining a bit of head, a little bit of froth on there. So that's nice. It's leaving some nice lacing. I was expecting the head to completely disappear. So it's interesting. Pretty strong aromatics out of this one. Of course, you're getting the oakiness. These are aged in oak barrels. So there's a bit of that oak, a little bit of like a vanilla type note. I get pear, peach-like notes, a little bit of like apricot, white grape.
Fuck yeah.
A little bit of a tartness on the nose as well. This smells like an oak aged wine, almost like a Pinot Noir type wine that's been aged in. Well, I think wine is usually aged in oak barrels too. So, yeah, it kind of has that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying it to him.
And of course, it's my turn.
Ah,
Cheers.
Quiet down over there, damn it.
cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, Bumpy.
It's got a light. So it's got a light,
Too.
a light fluffy mouthfeel to it. It does have a tartness right up front. It's like it hits sides of the tongue. It's like whoa, pretty much going into sour. But I'm gonna stay with mostly tart. It does have that kind of white grape oakiness from the barrel, a little bit on that kind of peach side. I'd say the apricot is kind of still there, but that's more of a nose thing than on the palate. But I would say a slight bit of like an apricot presence. Pear, for sure. Very drying on the palate. Does have a good effervescence to it. It's more like a medium carbonation feel, but it is like small carbonation fizzes, that happen. So it's nice. Yeah, a little bit champagne like, I guess, with the way that the carbonation is with it. 6% ABV. I mean, you're not tasting the alcohol. You don't feel any warmth from it. There's a little bit there's something weird kind of on the back end. I don't know where it's kind of going, but it's a little bit off. A little bit off on the tail, on the finish. I want to say it's possibly from the wild fermentation. There's just something that I can't even describe what it really tastes like. Maybe a little bit of that kind of rubber tire type thing. All right, let's get into the cheese. So the cheese, it flexes just a little bit until it snaps. So it is kind of a dry cheese. It is starting to get some kind of sweat going on it, though. Aromas. First thing I notice is kind of a caramel toffee type aroma to the cheese. There is a little bit of a rubbery smell to the cheese as well, like either rubber erasers, like the the ones that look like pyramids or whatever when you're in school, the kind of like brown tan erasers. Kind of
the white side and the brown side on it.
Yeah, and then there's a nuttiness to it also. Bon appetit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheezers, Bumpy.
Nutty eraser.
So you eat it. Get beyond that kind of rubber eraser thing because that is still there. There is a very strong caramel to toffee flavor note in this cheese. So it does have a sweetness, a nuttiness as well. The nuttiness out of it kind of reminds me a bit of like walnut. Maybe even a little bit of like pine nut, like slight pine nut. So it kind of has this earthy finish to it. But lingering flavor of caramel toffee. A little bit of salinity as well. I noticed a little bit of salt. Something else that is nice in this cheese is there's the flavor crystals. You get the little crunchies. They're kind of sporadic. It's not like overlaid with it, but you'll just be chewing it and it'll be like crunch. Ooh. So I think that comes from like aging or whatever, the aging process that happens.
I believe you're correct.
There's a lot of them in this weight. Yeah, it's a little bit on the sweet side. It does have a little bit of a funkiness to it. I think it's kind of where that rubber tire starts to kind of come in. But yeah, toffee. Actually, a score bar without the chocolate, like butterscotch. It's kind of got that kind of note that just reminded me of chewing on a score bar. But yeah, nuttiness added in as well. Pretty flavorful cheese. I can see how it went gold. It's interesting. So I'm gonna eat some more cheese and then drink the beer, since I've already been eating the cheese, and I'll let you know what happens with that.
All right, cheezers, man.
Jesus.
I'm interested to find that cheese because I haven't seen that one. I think I've tried damn near every variant of that cheese that they make.
Yeah, it's a gold.
I'll tell my wife.
So what this does is that kind of caramel, toffee, butterscotch note from the cheese. It cuts through. Like you get the tartness from the beer. You're getting some of that kind of white wine, pear, peachy type notes out of the beer. Real like upfront kind of coats over, but then all the caramel, toffee, butterscotch notes come back through, kind of blend in. I still have that tartness on my palate from the beer, but there's also a sweetness. There's like a divide. So I got a little bit of a tartness kind of somewhere on my tongue here. And then there's a bit of a sweetness on the more of the back side of the tongue. Kind of dead center almost. Sweet tart. Yeah. It's interesting. It almost I'm getting a little bit of an apple note now too. A little bit of green apple kind of coming up. And that caramel's kind of mixing with that. So kind of like a caramel coated green apple type things happening. And it continues to change. Like as I'm talking, I'm getting different notes. It's an interesting experience with this blend. Nice notes. Everything's working well together. Let's drink some beer, eat some cheese. I haven't done that yet, so
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
My fingers crossed for no burning rubber tires.
That's the only fault I can find. Yeah, drinking the beer first, it kind of coats the mouth and the tartness, the sourness of the beer, and it doesn't leave enough area for the cheese to really land. So the cheese kind of just goes blah. Eating the cheese after the beer, and then it does kind of have that rubbery note. That's kind of what I'm left with, a little bit of that tire flavor. So definitely eat the cheese and then the beer. That's a wonderful experience. But yeah, eating the cheese afterwards is a little bit disappointing on that front. So, but yeah, good experience overall. So far, I'll have a score for both of them. But yeah, beer and
Style too. They all
Cheese
taste
beer.
different.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool.
Cheers.
Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, man. All right.
Cheers, Bumpy.
All right, let's get Tanner up here.
All right, so I'll talk about the beer first. KDA, double IPA, Double New England IPA. There's actually a lot of juiciness on this. I get pineapple, a little bit of papaya. You get that earthy floral aspect to it.
Pasta.
Yeah, see, this isn't as bad as that triple that I had. For some reason, that papaya note literally smelled like pasta to me. I don't know. It was probably the weirdest description I gave it in beer, but nice citrusy note. I can definitely see like the lime, grapefruit as well. Some like honey sweetness, breadiness. Yeah, the beer smells great, looks great. So I'm gonna dive into this. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers and cheers.
I got a pretty good KD rate on my GTA 5. So.
Oh yeah, ADA. This one's got a little bit more of a bitterness to it than most of their Double New Englands. It's got that earthy floral. I'd say papaya and grapefruit on the finish. Some peach, orange, definitely like a zesty, citrusy aspect on the finish as well. Nice and bready, decent carbonation, medium carbonation, nice silky smooth mouthfeel. It's got some good sweetness, but it's not overly sweet, and it's very well balanced, I will say. Up front, you get the pineapple again. Melon. Yeah, this one's it's really good. I will say, Cyclops scale. It's about 2.5 out of 5 sugar cubes, 3.5 going towards almost 4 out of 5 hop cones. It's got that nice earthy floral aspect on the finish, and that honey sweetness definitely lingers throughout. It's lingering honey. Yeah, Pineapple, orange, lime, peach, grapefruit, papaya. Really good beer. Can't taste the ABV, can't smell the ABV, 8.8%. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely another Double New England by Proclamation that definitely impressed me. This is like it's like best of both worlds when it comes to fruity / tropical. A lot of New Englands, they're either one or the other. But this is a nice even balance between tropical up front, citrusy, like I said, like zesty, like slightly tart, a little acidic lime, but also like lime and like that citrusy, like lemon adds to the beer being refreshing and drinkable. And you know, like I've said this before in some of my other beer reviews, you get that citrusy note, you get that lemon, lime, and it's kind of like drinking a nice cold glass of lemonade on a hot day. You know, you get that citrusy note, and it really makes the beer, the whatever you're drinking, you know, it makes it very refreshing. This is definitely a Double New England that I could drink on a hot summer day. It's not too filling. It's just, yeah, it's good. I like it. And so for the cheese, the Monterey Jack, I've been going to town on this cheese. So I cut up a bunch more slices. Aromas on the cheese. Nice nutty. It reminds me of a cheddar. So I'm not sure how familiar. This is actually my first time having a sliced cut of Monterey Jack. I've had it in like the Mexican blends with I believe it's like a blend of Colby and Monterey Jack. So I've had that. I'm sure I've had it on a burger melted before, but I've never had like an actual just a cut slice. Some nuttiness, decent amount of salt as well. Completely tangy. When I opened up the package kind of has like that funk that you would get with some cheddars. But yeah, it's nice and soft. You see, it's not really. It's just kind of flimsy and soft and pulls apart really easily. Definitely not dry, but more of a creamy texture to it. So I'm gonna dive into the cheese and I'll give you my thoughts on the cheese. So cheesers, guys.
Jesus.
This cheese is really good. I do like this. And it's nice that I'm finding cheeses besides cheddar that I really, really enjoy. Because I've been trying different stuff with you guys, but nothing really compares to cheddar. But this is like a cheddar if you want more of a creamy, soft texture, less dry. Definitely a decent amount of saltiness on the finish though. Nice nuttiness, not overly tangy, not overly nutty. Just like they say, very mellow, easy eating cheese. I could see why if I had this on a burger, it would work great. You know, I actually might take the rest of this block. I have some burgers. I have some 100% Angus beef burgers. I wouldn't mind chopping up some slices and throwing it on top of a burger, throwing it on the grill. It's getting actually a little bit warmer out, so I could probably do that. But yeah, easy going, creamy, soft. A little bit of a dry astringency to it, but definitely not as dry as like a cheddar or like an aged cheddar or anything like that. But yeah, just really good. I enjoy it. And I actually got this. I think it was like $3.80 normally for this block, and they had a sale. It was like 2 for $4. So I got this block for $2 for a what size is this? An 8-ounce block for $2. Not bad, you know.
Not bad.
So I'm gonna do the actually let me get a bigger chunk. I'm gonna go for cheese before beer. So let's try this.
All right, Jesus, man.
Let's see how it works.
Jesus.
Cheese. The sweetness is enhanced. That honey note is definitely kind of coming out strong. I think the papaya is a little bit more noticeable. The pineapple It's giving it kind of a kind of like a grilled pineapple that you would like. So I've had pineapple on like the shish kebab or whatever, you know, the sticks, whatever, and you have like the different fruits and stuff. So it kind of reminds me of that. I'm gonna go for another chunk.
Like you said, like cooked pineapple.
Yeah,
It's a little bit more like danker, and it's not as like vibrant. It's more sweet type of. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude.
yeah, it works really well. The cheese, like that slightly dry aspect of the cheese mixed with the beer, is almost not noticeable, and you get more. Actually, that nuttiness is coming out a little bit more, and the tang. I think the lime from the beer is bringing out that slight tang that you would get with the cheese, and it's making it more of a tangy cheese. It's actually creating it it kind of tastes like a cheddar when you have it with the beer. So definitely good pairing. I'll do the beer before the cheese, which usually I'm not really a big fan of. I like to wash down my food with a liquid, but let's just see if it has any difference. Okay, so that bitterness that was very subtle. Actually, no, it wasn't subtle. I'm sorry. That bitterness, that earthy floral bitterness that I was talking about in the beer, it brings it up to like a 4.5 out of 5 tones because it actually it makes the cheese taste more dry. It makes the cheese a little bit more astringent, and it brings out the bitterness of the beer. So I guess it does kind of work depending on how you want to go with the pairing. If you want the because this is like a juice bomb. If you want like the juice bomb double New England to come across as more New England, I mean as more of like a West Coast style with that strong bitterness, then you do the cheese before the beer. But if you really want to bring out those notes, like the fruity tropical notes in the beer, the cheese does a great job adding to that. So I guess, yeah, it works different ways. However you want to do it.
Juice bomb one way, hot bomb the other, huh? That's pretty cool.
I will say the cheese definitely brings out the hops, like the more floral, earthy vibe with the beer, and then the other way brings out that tangy sweetness. So yeah, great pairing. Definitely glad that I'm trying to broaden my horizon and try different stuff and try different beers. And I will say it's awesome that we all have a different style tonight because I know we've had shows where you pick like 4 or 5 different styles and we all end up with the same one. But yeah, this is cool that we all got a different.
You'll know that you've broadened your horizons enough when you look down and you can't see your feet past your belly.
Oh yeah,
working
on it.
Yeah, the good old Dicky dude.
So yeah, awesome pairing. I'll have a score next time around. And cheers, guys.
Tommy Carroll.
Cheers.
Josh.
Cheers, Tim.
Absolutely loves pineapple on his
Yeah.
I do the spicy Hawaiian, Tommy.
I love pineapple. Oh, that sounds good, dude.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Like Thai.
I do pineapple, ham, and jalapeno. Delicious.
Damn, man. That sounds good, dude. Yeah. All right. So those that didn't see what I have is from Cellar Maker out of San Francisco, California. It's a Midnight Silk black lager in the Schwarzbier thingy. So yeah, a dark brown, dark chocolate looking beer. Opaque, can't see through it. Nice cocoa head, good retention, great retention. Actually, it's holding a nice fingernail there. I'm sure I can regenerate and get something going.
45 minutes later, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
40
it's still hanging around. In the nose, it's you get like a distinct like a toasted bread, like a deep, rich toasted bread kind of smell. But with that, you also get the chocolate. There's like a baker's kind of dry chocolate thing going on in the aromas that it's intertwined with that breadiness. There's a slight, maybe dark, rich kind of caramel thing, or maybe it's not molasses or anything like. It's more of like a sweet dark caramel or something.
Like overcooked caramel.
Overcooked caramel, yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's about really all I get in the aromas. A little espresso in there, a little coffee, a little roast. Yeah, but not terrible, not overwhelming. Not, it's got a light kind of a lager kind of ness to it. It's got that crisp lift in the nose even. So drinking this, cheers.
Cheers. That's a style I wish more people brewed. Like they were more widely available.
I want to brew one of these. This is good. It tastes like a porter, but a lager. It's weird. It's like it tastes like the one I had yesterday. Actually, what did I have yesterday? I forgot. It might have been the same thing. I don't know. I forgot. But it was so good, and this is so drinkable tasting already.
Canadian dark ale.
Well, I love those too. Black IPAs are great. I don't know what I didn't have that though. I can't remember what I had. It was so delicious though. I saved the can. But very, very light drinkable approach to this beer. Very, very, very drinkable. There's no acidic bitterness from any roast. There's no bad things that are throwing it off or making you go or yell, scream, I can't do it. No, this is definitely drinkable. It's going down very nice and easy. It's very clean. It's got a clean lager feel to it. The mouthfeel is somewhat. It's kind of smooth, kind of creamy, but also has a zinginess to it. Kind of this tart, tangy, zingy thing to it. The body is a kind of a medium light. Yeah. There's espresso. There's more chocolate though than anything. Nothing's overwhelming. It does have that the brown bread, same as the aromas. You're getting that deep, rich brown bread, the overcooked caramel. Thanks for that. Yeah, overcooked caramel, and just a very nice, balanced drink. This is very, very subtle and very easy to go down. I can't ask for anything better than that. Especially in a darker beer, sometimes it can get a little too acidic and rich, but it's not sweet though. It's definitely not sweet. It's more drier. It's a drier beer. All right, so they said Fontina would work. Let's get into the Fontina cheese. So this is the Fontina cheese. It's rubbery, kind of a little boingy. And it doesn't break. Yeah, it's bendy. And it finally breaks. Let's smell it. Creamy and slightly salty. Not too salty. There's a slight... It's just milky, creamy, maybe a slight nuttiness, sort of, maybe. I don't know. Not really nutty. More of like it's got a slight acidic smell to it. Buttery, smooth, just there's a big smoothness in the aroma. Yeah. That's all I can say. Let's eat it. Cheers.
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 Oh, that really crunches. That goes down real nice.
A good Fontina is.
Or if you got some bad teeth, this is the one to eat. This just goes right.
It's a great melting piece.
Yeah. That's what it says on the package. Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
You throw that on a Cuban instead of Swiss or something like that, dude.
With some jalapenos and oh my god, jalapenos in this would be really good.
Prosciutto in it's really good.
Whoa, Jesus. Yeah, buttery cream, milk, cow cream, cow milk cream. It's just like got that cow milk creaminess, a nice buttery, slight salty, but not overwhelming at all. Just very nice, like well balanced in that sense. It just melts in your mouth. It just kind of absorbs through your mouth and goes down really nice and easy and makes you kind of want to just keep eating it. Like I just want to keep eating this. It's very good. Very good. Let's get into the beer. Since I'm eating the cheese. We'll go cheese before beer.
I like the sounds of this combination.
It sound right. It does sound sharp. Cheddar sounded good too, though. But this sounds more.
It's that dark. It's like that sharp cheddar. Any kind of dark beer.
And cheddar goes with everything.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, right.
It takes away some of the buttery. The beer does. It takes away some of the buttery, rich kind of qualities of it. But it leaves that the cheese is left. The taste of the cheese is left in your mouth alongside. It kind of like is oil and water. It kind of like goes in a little bit, but it kind of lets you taste both worlds as you drink it. It's not super salty, so the salt's not really penetrating through any of the darker beer. It's not spicy. It's not, it's just real subtle, but it still stays there, and that's what's nice. That's what I like. A lighter cheese with a lighter beer, even though it's dark, it is lighter. It has this nice, I don't know, it's nice feel to it. So, let's go beer before cheese.
Cheers.
I could have bought a sports beer on Tavor the other day, and I didn't.
It's very good, Robert. Heck yeah. I need to go to a bar. You know what's cool about this cheese is it doesn't overwhelm the beer. So when you taste the beer, it's better. It's good both ways. You have the beer before the cheese too, and it's like you still get a little of that brown bread, chocolate, all this other shit that you taste with the beer alone. Yeah, it stays separate. It's so nice. Maybe that's why they say to use it. I'd love to try a sharp cheddar with this for sure, like you were saying. That might be interesting as well. That might actually be a little more overwhelming, to be honest. I don't know. Something to try. So, yeah, try this cheese with what did I say? What kind of cheese is this again?
Fontina.
Try a Fontina with a black lager, and try sharp cheddar. That's also what they said. So yeah, I'm very happy with this mix. So, all right, cool. Let's get back to Miscellaneous if he's ready and get his last thoughts.
All right. So the cheese, the Marco Polo from Beechers. I forgot to say where they're from. Beechers cheese out of Seattle, Washington. And it also says New York. So I don't know if they have distro. I don't know how that works. Yeah. So this had the green and the black peppercorns in it. The exact style of cheese isn't really stated. I could have looked that up and did a little more research instead of goofing off while everybody else was talking. Like I said earlier in the show, I really don't like green peppercorns. Like I said, not dry spice. I've been exposed to they make these green peppercorns and they come in a can. You get them from Purveyor, and I've opened those and I've cooked with them, and I hate them. They smell like pine sol. This cheese, thank God, doesn't taste like that. I was actually damn, it was expensive. $7.95 for that triangle, that little bitty triangle, that cheese I had. Only complaint about the cheese was I think the peppercorns could have been ground a little bit better. Sometimes it could be a little bit much, like just chomping down on quarter peppercorns, half peppercorns. Other than that, the cheese flavor was great. I do think that maybe that does add to the ambiance, but I don't like sometimes you can get too much of that pepper. And like I said, it kind of numbs your senses. My tip of my tongue was numb there for a minute. It was just too much pepper going on, and not in like a sense that it was spicy. Just like I couldn't have tasted anything at the moment in that aspect. I'd score the cheese pretty good. I'd probably put it at like a 93. It's a good cheese, Bumpy. I think you should go buy more of this, and hopefully you're getting it for a better price than I am. God damn, that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Only got 6 ounces for like $10.
Wow.
You don't have to pay tax on that, I do, right?
Yeah.
So moving on to the Walking Tree Brewery, the Treasure Kolsch. 5.5%. That last one that I had, I let it sit for a bit. I had about that much in the glass. Sipped it. Definitely was more citrusy in the melon flavor. Still, I was leaning towards cantaloupe. There's probably honeydew in there. I don't know exactly what they were shooting for, but definitely hoppy. A lot more hoppier than Kolsch's that I've had. I'm not knocking it either. I think it kind of adds to it, you know. I mean, you're your own brewery. You got to have your own little flair. I'd cracked another one. I think it's really good. It's a little bit dry on the finish, inviting back in, but it's only 5.5%. Flavors are good. Very, like you said, bready. Man, see that one I get like grapefruit pith. I don't mind grapefruit, but I don't know. It's good. It's different. Would I buy it again? Yes. Would I buy it again tomorrow or something to keep in the fridge? Maybe not. Definitely an interesting product. If people were around, I would ask their opinions on it. I don't think it's bad at all. That being said, I probably scored this at like an 87. It's not the best Kolsch I've ever had. I think it's a little bit too more hop. I think it's a little too hop forward. And I hate to say that because I do find this is interesting and it is good and it is still very bready and hitting the spots it's supposed to hit. Kolsch's are supposed to be what, like crystal clear, right? Don't they usually have a brilliant clarity?
Typically out of like actual Kolsch's out of Cologne.
Yeah. So that's why I went with my score. Pairing wise, I thought it was not bad. They did kind of like what Beermans did. They kind of just stood their own. But I definitely think that the beer complemented the cheese more than the cheese complemented. Or no, I had that backwards. I drank the beer, then ate the cheese, and then I thought the beer was it cut out some of that pepperiness and did make it a little bit more hoppy, I guess. But now that I'm picking up on it, it's not bad. Pairing, I would give it a shot. Maybe not this particular Kolsch with that style of cheese. I definitely think it's up the right alley. I'm gonna go with an 87 as well.
87?
I don't think that gets an A. I definitely think I could have brought a better Kolsch. Maybe even something with fruity esters would have worked with that peppercorns, you know, because they do make some Kolsch's that have like the with fruit in them or whatever. Not like pureed. They're still fucking supposed to be like crystal clear, but
that's a very unfiltered one.
Yeah,
they usually are
very different. I think, like I said, it's like right there, but it kind of went off the beaten path a little bit. So not bad.
Your cat has a question. Oh, not anymore. He just raised his hand.
I saw that. He's a nut, dude. That's it, guys. Cheers.
Nice, thank you, Miscellaneous. Cheers, brother. All right, let's get Tanner up here, man. All right,
so I'll talk about the cheese first. So the Cabot Monterey Jack. I enjoyed this cheese. I ate about 4 ounces. So if you can see, this was the thing. So yeah.
Stuffed tomorrow.
Somebody's not pooping tomorrow.
Yeah, it was very good. Something I didn't say in the review that I was thinking of before when I was eating it before I actually was brought up and I was talking about the buttery aspect of the cheese. Super creamy, buttery. It's not overly salty. The nuttiness isn't overpowering. It's not overly tangy. It's just it's really good. I enjoy it. And I paid $2 for it, you know, so it's for a rating for the cheese. I'll give the cheese like I give it like a 95. I like it. It's definitely something that I would pick up again, and I would. It's funny too because I was thinking about ants. The cheese itself, you can't really tell with the light. It's a little too bright on the camera, but it actually looks like a slice of butter. So I think
What is that, cream cheese?
I could cut this in half and I could put it in my little butter dish in the fridge, and I can mess with my girlfriend, and she could be going to make something with butter, and she'll be actually using cheese. That's how much this cheese looks like butter. But yeah, it's good. 95 out of 100. This beer, really good. I will say it did kind of had a decent amount of that earthy floral bitterness. I think they were saying pithy. But I didn't really get like that pithy aspect. I just kind of got like the hop resin on the tongue. So for the beer, I did really enjoy it. It's juice bomb. It's tropical up front, citrusy lime on the finish, along with that papaya. I'll give it a 97. I think this beer is really good. I do like it. Yeah, this is one of the doubles that I think the last double that I was this impressed by was It Feels Like We Only Go Backwards, which was forgot what the hops were.
That's a good score.
But that was one of the Double New Englands by them that I was constantly grabbing. I was really impressed by that one. And this is another one that I really do enjoy. So yeah, 97 out of 100 for the beer.
Give you my address after the show.
What's that?
I'll give you my address after the show.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's a good one. I do like it. I like the name. It's also really cool. You know, you can't really read it, but if you actually go to the brewery, they have like arcade machines, so they're like wicked into like the video games and stuff.
That's cool.
And I believe like if I actually Googled Kill Death Assist, and it's like a League of Legends thing. I don't know if you guys ever heard of League of Legends, but it's like that's like a main phrase in League of Legends is Kill Death Assist. I'm sure they use it in other video games and stuff. But yeah, I like the very clean, you know, can art. Great beer. For the pairing, I'm gonna one up the beer. I'm gonna give it a 98. I like it. It's when you have the cheese before the beer, the lime in the beer brings out the tanginess. I think, like I said, it had like that grilled pineapple, or like it kind of reminded me of like the pineapple on the shish kebabs, which pretty much they put on the grill, and it brings out that sweetness. It works really well together. And then when you have the beer before the cheese, it kind of enhances the hops. It enhances that bitterness. It kind of gives it like a West Coast style with the hoppy floral aspect to it. Yeah, 98 of 100 for the pairing. I think either way works really well, and you can switch it up. And this would be a cheese and a beer that I would bring to maybe if I was like hanging out with Bumpy again. And you know, it's not an expensive cheese, you know, so it's like I'm sure this is a more popular cheese that pretty much almost everybody could probably find in their local grocery store. And but yeah, the proclamation, which the distribution isn't the best, but I think that this would be a pairing that I would say, hey, try these two out if you can get them. If you're in New England and you have access to proclamation, definitely try them out for yourself. And yeah, super impressed with the cheese. I've never had Monterey Jack as slices. We'll say it's really good. And this is my first time having this KDA by proclamation. So thanks for having me, Beer Man. And another great pairing.
Nice.
And I know a lot of the cheeses that I was pairing, the ones that I was really impressed by were the aged cheddars, like stuff that's aged. And I will say, being a cheap cheese and something that wasn't in this long process, aging and stuff, it worked really well with what I had today. So
Nice. We'll have to do a thing where I give out 6 cheeses and your choice of beer.
yeah, that would be
We'll
awesome.
switch it around eventually here. I might do
Yeah,
that
that'd be cool. Yeah, definitely.
After the next time. Yeah. Cool.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Tanner. All right, man. Glad that worked out for you.
That
Yeah.
sounds interesting too.
Cheers. Yeah, it does. It's throughout six hours.
Why
Oh,
not?
yeah. Why not?
Oh, you skipped over me.
No way. I didn't do that. No.
Well, because I have to answer Tommy Carroll's question if I know the Hermit Man by the lake.
I skipped Bumpy
Actually,
altogether.
River
I'm so
Dave,
sorry.
who resides deep in the Concord Woods by the Merrimack River, is my bestie. So, me
Nice.
and River Dave, yes.
Really?
It's because I live in This is a hermit in New Hampshire, and he went viral
I
because
don't know.
they arrested him. So now so now I know everybody in New Hampshire.
Good drink. Bring him some vodka, man.
The beer. Let's start with the beer. LRV from Liquid Riot. The Geuze, 6%. 750 ml bottle. Yeah, next time if I ever buy it again, bring a friend. Not that it's overpowering. It's just this is like 3 beers in one, and it's drinking the same beer over and over again. So it's a lot to take down, but it was pretty impressive. It wasn't too expensive. I think I paid around $21 for the bottle for a 750 milliliter, something that's been blended, and all this stuff. Yeah, not too shabby. I've had better Geuzes, however you want to pronounce this. I'll give this one a 96 out of 100. So pretty good. The cheese from Sartori, the Gold Bellavitani, very good cheese. It's definitely different than a cheddar. It's on the sweeter end. I would probably classify this going into like the dessert cheeses almost, something to have after dinner, because it does have that, like I said, caramel toffee, butterscotch type notes going for it. Pretty damn good cheese. Flavor crystals, all the above. A little bit of the weirdness, that kind of rubbery tire type note, but you kind of get over that. It's very light, but it is noticeable, at least for me. But I'm going to land that cheese at a 98 out of 100.
Wow.
Highly recommend it. And as far as the pairing went, I mean, it's a one way. I mean, eat the cheese, drink the beer. The Geuze, Geuze, the Geuze, whatever. It had so much depth to the character of both. You're getting the differences from the beer, changes the beer a little. You start to notice different notes out of it after a while. The way that it kind of mingled with the cheese flavors as well, the sweetness from the cheese, the tartness and stuff from the beer, creating like basically fair food, circus treats, green apple, coated with caramel. It's it worked well in that aspect. I mean, eating the cheese afterwards, after drinking the beer, it didn't do the same thing. It wasn't disgusting still, but it just kind of washed out the cheese and left just a rubbery type note. But I would say they paired fairly well, as long as you do it the way that it works. Yeah, that's all I got.
Nice. Cheers, man.
Pete, I'll be on the hunt for that cheese, dude.
Yeah, definitely look for it.
Quick question for you, Bumpy.
Oh shit.
Quick answer.
Here we go.
I know you said you had this. Do you
No.
remember what?
No.
Never mind.
Do I remember what I paid for? Is that what you're gonna ask?
No, I was going to ask you what you did you do a review?
I believe I did do a review on that. Yeah.
I
think I scored it fairly high.
Go peep it out.
Well, Again, sorry, Bumpy, I didn't mean to skip you. But
That's okay.
we got it figured out. So
I
cool.
was hanging with River Dave.
Yeah. All right. So this beer was really good. It was a nice drinker, a good crushable beer for a darker. If you want something a little darker, richer than your typical lager or your pilsners or whatever the hell you're drinking that is light. This is definitely a good one to choose. It's got that lager quality to it, but it also has a real nice, rich coffee, chocolate, slight coffee, brown bread kind of dryness. It's just very nice. A very good beer altogether for its style. I would give this I would probably give this like a 94 out of 100. 94 out of 100 for sure. I think it wasn't quite stellar, but it's definitely one that I've had that was one of the better ones. So good stuff. Same as the other one. That one was really good yesterday. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck it was. But the cheese, the fucking what's it called? Fontina was very nice, buttery, rich, lathering in the mouth, very slight saltiness, very well balanced. I loved it. I took that down like it was nothing, man. Totally eatable. Very, very, very meltable, as Bumpy was saying. It seems that way anyway. Just so good. And I wanted to keep eating more and more and more and more of it. I'm going to give it 100. I really liked that cheese.
Damn.
I really did. I liked that cheese quite a bit.
Where's Jeremy Benson at?
I think it was a state of the art cheese, man. The freaking world class cheese, man. For its type.
It's like Swiss on steroids.
I probably shouldn't have gone that high because I haven't had any other Fontinas. Let's give it a 98. Let's go 98 just in case. I didn't think about that, but yeah. The mix beer before cheese was better. Both worlds, both beer and cheese, beer before cheese, cheers before beer was a good stuff. It was like the parting of the parting of Red Sea. No, it was more like it was like the oil and water kind of thing. It just kind of bounced away from each other, but a little bit got in, and it left you tasting both worlds and still enjoying it, and also giving you a nice thirst quenching kind of appeal to it in the end. So it was just something to try. So I thought the mix was great. I'd give this a 95 out of 100. I thought it was a definite go-to thing, a go-to mixture style pairing. I do want to try a sharp cheddar with this for sure. So that'll be the next thing I try. In the future. So that's it. Let's go to our main panel and let's get our shout outs going. Mans. We had Miscellaneous first, Bumpy next, and Tanner last. Okay. Well, Bumpy, would you like to start?
I can start. I can do some shout outs.
Right.
I actually have to when we hang off here, I'll be
sorry about that.
editing.
There's Miscellaneous.
And we can go to Miscellaneous. Go ahead, Miscellaneous.
Yeah, so I guess shout outs for me. Thursday night beer session. Probably gonna bring I don't know what I'm doing. I might just do 4 products. I might just bring a big beer and just do a solo review.
Nice.
And open pan. Who knows? I don't know. I'm playing it day by day, guys. Could be spontaneous, something new, something you never seen before.
I like that.
I keep it open for most people, so trying to keep it fresh. That's it. Stout Sundays with John and Ellie, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh yeah. Shout out to my cat. He's almost every live stream.
He's got another question.
It does.
So, yeah, John and Ellie, 10:30 a.m. Guys join Stout Sunday. It's always a good show. I always forget what Alex the Beermaster's doing. Wildcard Wednesday. Rontario cannot make it due to baseball, and Eric cannot make it due to band practice. So we're in the dilemma I'm not gonna say anybody's jumping on, but it's probably gonna be on Alex's show channel. So go check that out. It's gonna be at 10:30 Eastern.
That's gonna be at 7:30. I mean
7:30
Eastern.
Is it?
Yeah, you're
What'd I
thinking of Stout Sunday when you said 10:30.
I said 10:30 again.
Yeah.
Hello.
7:30.
Moving on. Cheers, boys.
4:30.
Great show.
4:30 for me.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, Wildcard Wednesdays at
Tired, Doug. I work
7:30
all
p.m. Eastern time.
I gotta work tomorrow. Like 6 days a week. Sorry.
Damn it.
Burnout. More ways than one.
I hear you. I worked 10 hours today. 1,000 cases.
Phew.
Can I jump in? I can finish what the
Yeah.
rest of the stuff.
Yes. Jump
All
in.
right. So first off, I'll start off with Alex the Beer Master's Food Friday.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
So what he's going to be doing is macaroni and cheese with hot dogs. Yeah, and that's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already asked the wife if she could make some of her baked macaroni and cheese with hot dogs, and she kind of looked at me like. I said, "Yeah, it's for Alex's Food Friday. Can you do it?" So we might be using some Fontina cheese in that. That's usually what she
right.
uses. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes she makes different mac and cheeses now. She's done a bunch of different ones. They've been really good. The jalapeno popper one with different cheddars, a couple different cheddars.
Damn it.
A cheese bacon cheeseburger one with cheddar cheese and American cheese. Yeah,
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're good. We used to have
So
a
we'll
place
see. I don't know what
called
type of cheese she uses,
101,
but
and they
hopefully
did
she'll
that.
make it.
They make all different kinds of mac and cheese, like buffalo mac.
part-timers.
Yeah. You could have a different meal every day.
Pizza mac and
macaroni and
cheese. You ever
cheese.
had Pizza mac and cheese.
It's like pizza. It's great.
I had a bunch of chicken McNuggets earlier from his last show. So.
Other than that, I get the 50-point inspection videos. I put those out on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I don't have a video set up for tomorrow, so I'll be doing editing after this. So I'll be hanging and editing a video. I'll be hanging out on the off air while editing the video for Wednesday. I'll give you a sneak peek at what it's going to be, though. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've already drank it. I just have to edit the video. But it's going to be Smutty Nose, single hop series. There are a whole lot of Mosaic double IPA.
Nice.
So that's the one that's going to be on Wednesday, tomorrow. And then I got Monday, my live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern time, is New Brew. To join up a panel, just bring a beer that you've never had before. Bring questions as well if you'd like. You can ask the rest of the panel members a question, because that's part of the show, is the panel answering sometimes bizarre questions. Also in the chat, like the last show we just did, we had a couple of questions pop up. One was from Tommy Carroll and the other was from Sam Smalley, something like that. And
Stuart Smalley.
Yeah,
dude, Sam Smalley.
I'm good enough.
So I used both those questions for the panel. So bring questions if you're hanging out in the chat. Gives you guys something to do besides just chit chat beside amongst yourselves. But appreciate y'all being there when you are there. So that's it. Cheers. I'll let Tanner shout out everybody else.
Go for it. Shout it out, Tanner.
All right. So shout outs for me. So my Thursday night stream is actually going to be changed to Wednesday this week. So I'm going to be doing Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be doing Will It Mix? Bring any type of liquor and any other. Yeah, there you go. You can mix a gin with a brandy if you want. Go crazy. Yeah. So pretty much just bring any type of liquor. Or you could do like a cuvee. If you don't drink liquor and like beer man, if you want to bring like two beers you want to mix together, see how they work. it's kind of just like open bar, mixing cocktails, hanging out, live stream. And I wanted to kind of interpret some type of liquor live stream for my channel because I am a liquor channel. I'm not just beer channel. And also Saturday we'll be doing Rate That Beer, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Just bring any beer you want. Doesn't have to be something new to you. It could be something you've already had before. You just want to talk about, do a review on. So yeah, check that out. And then I have reviews that I drop randomly whenever I decide to drop reviews. I just did the new Jameson Orange, or it's fairly new. It's been a couple months old. So look out for stuff like that. I just bought a tequila, Cabo Wabo. I actually just did it on Ron Terrio's show. Yeah, I'll probably have like my own review on that. So I'm gonna try to dabble into more liquors. I know I do a lot of whiskey and beer, but I need to definitely get more into like I would even like to try some more gins. Bumpy's kind of inspired me. I know Bumpy's a big gin guy, so I kind of want to try some different gins out. I might not be the best, the most complex gin reviewer, but I'll definitely put my all into it and talk about it. You know, I'll do everything else. You know, brandy, rum, whiskey. I've even done a wine review. I actually have a wine review with my girlfriend. If you guys ever want to go watch that. But yeah, pretty much just a liquor review channel. You know, I just do reviews on all types of alcoholic beverages. Shout outs. Thunder and Thursday with Ron Terrio. You guys want to help me with the time?
4:20.
Or I think Ron said he's doing a Thunder and Thursday.
Time we smoke weed.
Yeah, Thunder and Thursday. What is it, like 6:30, I think?
So, yes.
I think it's 6:30 Eastern.
Wait,
So yeah,
he left in the thing. Hold on, I can find it.
Yeah. Also, I'll shout out FLX Beer Reviews with Dan and Mike. They do beer reviews. Go check them out. Check out Anthony from Bangin' Beer Podcast, him and his buddies. They do podcasts. Usually when they do their podcast, it's usually around like Sunday. I think they go live from around like 11 to 12 a.m. or 12 p.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. They pretty much just like talk about different breweries, which is cool. I think they grab like different beers from certain breweries and they talk about breweries. So if you're into that type of stuff, you're into that more podcast style videos, go check them out. Let me shout out some whiskey guys. Check out Whiskey Encore, Cheech. Bumpy, you got Ron Terrio's show?
6:30 for Thundering. That's 6:30 Eastern.
Check out Ron. But yeah, Whiskey Encore. Check him out. 11 to 12, I believe he goes live on Tuesdays. He has like a open bar whiskey community that, you know, he just hangs out and drinks whiskey and they talk about different bottles, new releases and stuff. You don't have to bring whiskey. You can bring beer. And Cheech is a very cool guy as long as you're respectful to him. And I'm pretty sure he'll have you on the panel. And then Jones and Man. Jones and Man is another guy that I've been actually watching. He does like liquor reviews, different liquor reviews. Check him out as well. I don't really know him like that, but I've been watching his videos and I just like to shout out people that I watch. And yeah, thanks for having me, Beer Man. I don't want to sit here and ramble and shout out too many people, but yeah, those are the people I want to shout out tonight. And cheers to you guys. Cheers panel. Cheers chat. And yeah, definitely a great pairing tonight. So
cheers.
Awesome.
I gotta get a beer.
Cheers, man.
One more sip things coming in.
All right, so I got an itch. I'm so itchy tonight, man. What is okay, so this next one is not gonna be sick. What is that? What did you show?
It's an excited cork.
I don't know why that was so fucking funny. That was funny as hell. All right, so this week's gonna be 6 more beers and a Cheez-It choice, but I think the week after we'll do 6 cheeses and a beer choice. But this one is this. So go find this.
Get your cameras out, folks.
Yeah. Let me get the banner off. There we go.
All right, take a picture of that beer, man.
Color beer.
There's always something you can find in this list of mine. I go off my chart behind me, 2 of them anyway. And
I know I can get a Geuze.
Okay.
American Pale, how easy is that?
Oh, an American Barley. I got one of those already.
American, there you go. See? Sweet milk stout. I mean, fruited pureed sour. Come on, Drecker. Alex, I'll see you there. That's it. Yeah. So I hope you got your pictures there. But that's that. Bring those, any one of those 6 and a cheese of choice, and we'll switch it up the week after. Be there at to cheese instead of beer. Be there at 8:00 Eastern, 654, 4:00 my time. Wait, 5 my time, Pacific time. All right. So Wednesday is going to be a Willy Wonka theme. This is what I showed. It doesn't mean bring chocolate. You can bring other things, fruited pureed sours, candied drinks, candy-ish style, kind of anything that's candied, or triple IPAs or quad IPAs or a sweet Belgian or some weird shit like that. I don't know. Just think it up in your mind and bring it. There's a lot of imagination. Mm-hmm. All right. So 6 o'clock for that.
So Bumpy's bottle opener just reminded me of this video.
Hold on.
Hit it.
God damn. That got it. Oh, yeah. Hit it. Erection. No, it was a very erect cork. No, but yeah, so look, I've got a video that's program timed or whatever scheduled for tomorrow. So look out for that. I'll just not say anything. I'll let you figure it out. If you want to go see it, there you go. Yeah, I can tell you this. It was a collab, and that's all I'll say. And I'm not going to go any further with that. But yeah, I put the brewery on hold for a couple days because I needed a break. So we'll see how things go with that. I had to do my taxes today, so that was a pain in the ass, and it took all day, and it hurt my head a lot. So yeah, other than that, man, we have a great panel here. Great panel, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Bumpy Road Brewery, East Coast LK Reviews, and Beer Man here to show you what it's like to pair cheese and beer together. All right, so get that list together. Let's it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. Let's get out of here, man.
Not before one more sip.
But not yes, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Wherever you are from this world, whatever, but not after one more sip. Mm-hmm. Cheers, guys. Cheers, chat. We love you, man. Thank you for your love. All right.